Well, thank you. It is the story everyone is talking about. Where is Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales? USC professor of British politics and Anglo-American relations, Nick Cull, joins us with more. Nick, thanks so much for being here this morning.
Oh, you're very, very welcome.
It is a fascinating story to me. I go down a rabbit hole on social media and all the articles that are coming out, and I know it's a big story here. Can you talk about how it's being viewed and portrayed in the UK?
Well, it's a massive story in the UK, but I think why it matters is because of the issue of the integrity of photographs.
Yeah.
And the fact that Kate has admitted manipulating a photograph herself this is very serious because right now 50% of the world's population are getting ready for elections, and we know that there's a danger of materials in elections being manipulated digitally through artificial intelligence. So the royal family need to show a good example with this, and messing with this is the wrong time to mess with photographs. And I think that part of the anger in the newspapers is that they have perfectly good photographers who would have taken a photograph for them, and this is a completely unnecessary crisis which the Queen wouldn't have got into. What are they thinking is my main reaction here. What are they thinking? They've made it so much worse.
Yeah, I mean, the British royal family owes much of its popularity with the public to its careful control of imaging. There's something to be said. If it was just photoshopped, airbrushed maybe a little, you'd kind of have understanding. But I really think it's this turn into what's potentially the AI world, right? That has cause for concern.
That's right, and everybody in the last week on the phone, my mother was telling me, "Oh, you have to count the number of fingers in a photograph now." So even 90-year-olds in Britain are tuning into this issue of digital integrity and making sure that you're looking at a real picture. So this is a big deal, and they've picked the wrong time to improvise.
Well, and they haven't confirmed that AI was actually responsible for the photograph, we should point out, but it does seem that it was doctored in a number of ways that line up with that. What this was trying to do, by the way, is squash the conspiracy theories that were out there.
Yeah, way to go, guys.
I know.
Yeah.
So what do you think is really happening? I've been talking to so many friends about this. Like, where is she? Is she okay? Do we need to be concerned about her well-being?
I think we probably, if 2 months after somebody's had surgery, they're still not feeling up to being out in public, that does suggest that something's seriously wrong. But we're told that she'll be ready by Easter, and hopefully that's the case. But the royal family are always in the spotlight, and I think that with the king being sick now, it's only to be expected that we'd see much more attention going to the heir apparent and our future queen.
Well, there have been other scandals, obviously, with the royal family. How does this one compare, in your opinion?
I think it's small potatoes at the moment.
Okay. Well.
But the problem is that it connects to these bigger issues of integrity in the media, which we have to take very seriously.
So, you just pointed out that Kate is supposed to resume her duties supposedly after Easter. That's right around the corner. We're just talking a couple weeks. If we don't see a picture, if she doesn't, appear, she's still not feeling well, what do you think happens next?
I don't know, but I hope that the royal family have the good sense to go forward transparently and to trust the public to understand, because I think in the past, when they've been honest about problems, that's the best course. The worst thing is when they go in front of the cameras and make something up or come up with some crazy alternate story, which we can see with the Prince Andrew case, how badly that misfired.
Yes. Well, it is a shame. I have a lot of, friends that have followed this for a long time who say, if the Queen was still with us, I don't think this would be happening. We'd even be talking about it. So we'll see.
I guess I agree with that.
Yeah. Nick, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Jamie.